Don't you wish there was a smartphone that has great specs but is also affordable? Well, that to me was OnePlus, a phone for geeks made by geeks. And one of the co-founders of OnePlus has moved on to create a new company called Nothing. His name is Carl Pei. He wants to build a whole new ecosystem of products, a bit like what Apple's doing. And their first product was the Ear One. It became so popular that at one point they could only sell once per week. Today I had the privilege to talk to him not only about the Nothing brand and the tech industry, but also about the new color for Ear One and a bit about their future products. There are timestamps below, so feel free to jump around topics. All right, let's get right in. Hi, Carl. Thank you for your time.
Hey, Richard. It's my pleasure. How's it going?
Oh, it's been great. Enjoying your earphones.
Yeah, I see. Thanks for all the support.
Oh, no, it's our pleasure. I mean, we're all excited about the supposedly new announcements coming up. So I want to talk about that with you and some other topics like tech-related stuff, industry-related stuff, and your love of Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get right in.
To it.
So for those who are a little bit unfamiliar with the Nothing brand, especially in Japan, could you explain what is Nothing and what is your vision and goal for this company?
Yeah. How should I put it? Today, for consumers who want to buy into an entire family of devices that work really well with each other, there's not a lot of options. There's Apple. Like you have the iPhone, MacBook, Apple Watch, and they, all really work well together. But if you buy an Android phone or a Windows computer or speakers from somebody else, all these products are kind of disconnected. So we thought, hey, maybe there's something we can do here. And to add to the fact, I felt that all the products became kind of boring on the market. Products became more and more similar. And when the iPhone just came out, each generation was so different from the previous one. There was a lot of upgrades. Always kept you excited, but over the last few years, I've just been kind of a little bit bored being in the industry. So I thought, hey, now I have some experience, I have some resources. Is there something me and the team can do about it? And a year ago we started Nothing, and this is our swing at the situation.
So I think you've mentioned before in other interviews as well that you feel this industry is stagnant, it's a little boring, and that you want to do something. So at that time you said you see it around and you don't see products that you want to buy. Nothing really excites you. Is that still the same right now as well?
Yeah, so this is quite an interesting question because actually in our mission statement, we want to build, we have this phrase that we want to build products that we're proud to share with our friends and family. And it's been the case a lot that I think a lot of companies, when the teams put together products, they don't even want to buy or use the products themselves. Actually, this was quite pivotal even in the Ear One development. So originally we wanted to launch the product in April, and it was an entirely different design. So we had another, it was a different project basically. And then during one of our leadership meetings, Jesper, the CEO of Teenage Engineering, he's a part of our company. He just said, hey, look guys, if you were to walk in a store and see this product on the shelf, would you buy it yourself? And when the team couldn't really answer with a solid yes, we decided, okay, even if we have to, scrap a lot of the work we already done, let's do something different. So I think it's not just something we say, it's something we actually act upon every day.
Is that first design you had, is that the concept one?
No, it's pre-concept one.
Pre-concept one. Ah.
Yeah, we're not proud to share that.
Okay, so you had the pre-concept one, and then you were not proud of that. You wouldn't buy that yourself, so you went to concept one with some iterations, and then moved on to the current design.
Yeah, and I think in the beginning, before we even had a product, we started thinking about our visuality. Now it's been a year ago. A year ago, we put out a book, the Nothing design book, and we only made 8 copies for our leadership team. But basically what that is us finding our way. We started looking at design from different angles, from architecture to movies to fashion, etc., typography, and then gradually developed that into our language. So the first half of the book is basically a mood board from other industries, and second half of the book is an exploration of how those things could look like for us. Because one insight we had was a lot of companies, they're kind of making e-waste. So if you put all their products together on a table and you were to kind of inspect them, you couldn't really tell that it's one coherent design vision being brought to life. And we didn't want to do that. We want to make sure that in the future, when we have a bunch of products on the market and if you put them all together, you can see that there's a clear vision there being brought to life. One of the pictures we looked at in the beginning was, I think it was from the Sony HQ. Like they have a wall with like a lot of their historical products, and the picture was a guest visiting Sony, and they were looking at the wall together. And we said, hey, look, like let's try and be like that in the future. Let's have our own products, coherent vision, and that we're proud to show other people.
Can we move on to the year one topic again? So in previous interviews, I saw that you mentioned for the first product, you wanted earbuds because in the current industry, earbuds are selling really well. So why do you think earbuds are selling really well, and what care did you put into ear ones to make sure that it sells well in this, evolving market?
Yeah, I think we gotta give Apple credit that they actually created this market of truly wireless earbuds. Right before this, we had the 3.5 millimeter earphones, and then we had the neck strap wireless earbuds, and then we got these truly wireless ones. So it's a kind of step change in technology and convenience. So I think that led the revolution. Without the AirPods, there wouldn't have been a 300 million unit a year market for wireless earbuds. But after Apple started creating the AirPods, a bunch of other companies just followed and created similar looking white plastic earbuds. And we saw that, okay, first of all, we have to prove ourselves because we're nobodies, we're brand new. So we have to pick an industry that's big enough where we can reach some kind of volume to prove ourselves. And then to add to that, we felt the truly wireless earbud industry was, there wasn't a lot of differentiation on the market. And it's a place where we could do something different and kind of put the first flag flag in the ground and show people what the future of Nothing could possibly look like. So that's why we chose this. We have a lot of other ideas, but you gotta pace yourself to take one step at a time.
You hope for the best and you put the best earbuds you can think of. How well are they selling?
It's selling beyond our expectation. So originally, the goal that we had set for ourselves was 400,000. We believed that 400,000 is a big enough number to satisfy all our stakeholders. It will be enough in the hands of our consumers to start spreading the word of mouth about the Nothing brand. Our supply chain will be happy. A new brand out of the gate selling 400,000, that's a lot. Also, the first Apple iPod, I think, also did 400,000.
Oh.
But now we're looking at, the launch went a little bit better than we expected. So now we're looking at 600,000 for the entire life cycle. We have more than 300,000 orders right now, and we've shipped around 250. So it's still catching up to the demand.
Mm.
And then soon we're going to have this new black version on the market, which I think is going to help boost the demand even more.
Bump it up a little more.
Yeah.
I want to get back to the black earbuds in a bit, but you mentioned that the earbuds are selling really well, more than expected. For the Japanese audience, how have it been in the Japanese market? The response, the feedback?
Yeah, the Japanese market response has been completely unexpected. So for me personally, I've never worked at a company where we've had a lot of interest from Japan before. And maybe that's because I came from the smartphone industry where each market has its own carriers and their own bands. But for Nothing, if you look at our website traffic, Japan is actually number 3.
Number 3.
So it's US, India, and Japan in terms of traffic. And I think Japan is like 9% of our overall, for all the visitors that visit our website. So I think,
Wow.
I've never seen a situation like this before. So I look forward to getting to know the Japanese market better and better.
You know who to ask.
All right, we've got to exchange instant messaging after this.
Oh, yeah. Part of the reason why, well, at least I think that the Year One is selling really well is that you've done a fantastic job at marketing, right? You're the man known to be good at hyping up fans. How do you balance hyping and then meeting the raised expectations?
So I think 2 things. I think first of all, as a young company, as a startup, you must do that, because if you don't do that, there's no chance of you growing up to become a bigger company, right? Because first people got to know about you, and then they look at your product and decide whether they want to try it or not. But I think the second thing is that you got to be really confident about your product. And I think given the team we have and the collective background we have, I think we have a really strong team to base that confidence on. Because otherwise, if you just hype it and then people buy it and it's a product that they don't like, it's game over basically for a startup. So I think the confidence should come from the product itself.
Have the response been great? Or do you think you hyped up a little bit too much?
I think if we would have more units, it would have been better. Because we created so much anticipation for the product, and then when we started selling, it kind of sold out really quickly, and the ramp up wasn't that fast. So I think now, just last week or earlier this week, we announced on our website nothing.tech that you can purchase in the US without coming every Tuesday. So now it's available every day. But I think that turned a lot of people off. Like it got really annoying for people. I even had some rappers DM me on Instagram saying, "Look, I've been trying to buy this for 3 weeks," and I'm like, sorry about this. Let me just send you one.
What are you doing to deliver more units?
We've had 15 engineers at the factory 6 to 7 days a week. So we rented apartments for them outside of the factory to make sure that we can ramp up. I think after we released the Year One, more and more partners in the supply chain are willing to work with us. A year ago, when we just came out and started meeting the supply chain, they were like, "Well, there's a lot of earbuds on the market. Can you really make a difference?" And some of the better partners, they rejected us, but now they're back. So I think going forward, our supply chain will also become stronger and stronger.
The main topic of the video today, the new black Year One. Can you show us?
Yeah, I'm actually wearing it. I don't know if the camera can show it clearly, but I'm actually wearing it. So it's a similar stem, but I think we changed the bud itself. So now it's a matte black bud instead of a glossy white bud. And for the case, so the entire transparent part of the case has been tinted with the smoky kind of feeling. So for us, it's not just about changing the color, but the entire feel should be different. I think it looks really cool. A lot of people I showed think that they would choose this one, prefer this one over the white, but I think I like both equally.
Started with white. Why?
Yep. We felt it was the most iconic way to come out of the market because, you're wearing it now, and I can clearly see it immediately that it's our product. The combo of having white on the bud and transparent/black on the stem, it's just really pops. I think the black version is a bit more subdued. Like it doesn't catch your attention immediately as much as the white.
Why did you go from white and then to black? Is that because of the demand, or like you like black, or is it MKBHD?
Actually, in our design book, we've always had a black version, and but it was quite simple. Like it was just a matte black earbud, and we didn't just want to take the white part in the case, the one that you have, and change it to black, because the vibe didn't feel different. So we worked on a couple of different black variants and decided that the smoky one is the one that's the best for us. But I hope Marquez will like it as well, because it is matte black after all.
I have a feeling he already has it and has been using it for a few weeks. I've heard that you codename your products with Pokemon names. And I see you have, Abra right there on the table.
Yeah, here.
And so year one was APOM, right?
Yep.
Why do you like Pokemons to begin with? And why is the earbuds APOM?
Yeah, I think I grew up with Pokemon. I used to wake up in the morning and watch Pokemon as a kid. And then I got really into the Game Boy games. But apart from just being something fun, I think the entire kind of Pokemon story arc is very, very positive and very like a lot of positive energy for youth. Like it's a regular kid just like anybody else, and one day he gets a challenge, and he's just a regular person, but the challenges are so great, and nobody believes in him. But through optimism and persistence, he eventually becomes the Pokemon master. So I think that story is really cool, and there's so many story arcs within that I think are similarly inspiring. Like when you play the game and you catch a Magikarp, the Magikarp cannot do anything; it can just splash. So it needs its teammates to help it train. But if you have patience with Magikarp, it can evolve into a super strong dragon Pokemon. And I think there's a lot of really great stories and parallels to draw to real life. Like, I mean, if everybody has the potential to do great stuff, but we're all born with, just like everybody else, when we come to Earth, we're all the same. But through, persistence and people helping you and hard work, I think we can also break through and become something better than the current version of ourselves. In APOM, we have like a naming matrix. So we have, it's basically based on different generations of Pokemon. I'll leave it at that.
And then I've heard that you guys are working on Abra and Arceus. You won't comment on that, would you?
I think Abra is I really like to use Abra as well as when I was younger playing the game.
Okay.
But I don't think I can comment further.
Okay, so this black version of Year One doesn't have a code name.
It's still the APOM.
Any other code names you could mention today?
Azelf.
Okay.
They all start with A.
Oh, it's all A. Yeah. Okay. This was APOM. There's Abra, Arceus, and
Azelf.
I'd like to, make a few guesses as a fan.
Okay.
What those code names are.
I probably won't comment, but feel free.
Okay. Well, I mean, obviously, Nothing has bought Essential, the company who made smartphones in the past, and we're planning to release a unique-looking, very elongated smartphone. And then recently, you partnered with Qualcomm to use some of the 5G tech that they have. And you've always mentioned that you want to build an ecosystem, and an ecosystem needs a central device. And these days, that is a smartphone. One of them's got to be a smartphone, right?
To be fair, so we purchased the trademark for Essential because we just really liked that name. And in the beginning, we had a lot of heated debates internally whether to call the company Essential or Nothing. Because they don't mean the same thing, but it's kind of related. Nothing won out because we wanted to build a brand new vision, our own vision, instead of a continuation of somebody else's. The other stuff you said, I'm not going to comment on right now.
Okay. We're excited, though, to see what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
The black one's still APOM, so Abra, Arceus, and Azelf. Wow. Okay. I'm guessing like watch, smartphone. Can't be a laptop, right? It's pretty big. Well, ecosystem. All right. And that's pretty much most of the questions I had in mind. If you have anything for the Japanese audience or the global audience.
Yeah. When we started Nothing, we really wanted to do something different and bring change to the industry. And I'm really happy that we're getting so much love and traction in Japan. So hopefully our future products, or hopefully people will also embrace our future products. So please look forward and please keep it up. Thank you.
That's Abra, right? Right there. Abra?
Yeah, this one.
Is that personally yours?
I gave it to our one of my team members because he's working on this project.
Oh.
Yeah, we just stole it for the interview.
I see. So you got it back just for this one, but you give like your personal stuffings to the teammates?
Yeah, I bought it for them. I didn't own it myself. I just bought it for them because they're leading the project. But for Azelf, I just got a card instead.
How about Arceus?
Arceus, also a card. Arceus is like a legendary card.
Right. And it's like, I suppose the legendary means holy grail of a product for nothing.
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay. Oh, it's so hard. Yeah, thank you for your time. It's been great talking to you.
Thanks for the opportunity. I enjoyed it. Hope to, let's trade the contact information afterwards. And let's stay in touch.
See ya. All right, so that was the interview, and I loved how straightforward he was about the earphone design predating the concept one, about how supply chains pick and choose partners, and how Nothing went for an iconic design for the ear one before going matte black because it stands out and probably works as a conversation starter, hence free marketing. And we also learned a few things about how they codename their products. It's got to do something with Pokemon generations and them all starting with A. So my guess is that Pokemon generations stand for product categories, and rumors say Nothing plans to release 5 new products soon. And power banks and smartphones seem to be a part of it. So I'm guessing that because Apom is a Generation 2 Pokemon and is codename for the Ear 1, I'm guessing Generation 2 stands for earbuds. And Generation 1 probably stands for power bank because smaller number, so Abra. And then Generation 4 stands for smartphone because larger number, so Azelf and Arceus. They're both legendary Pokemon, so it feels right in that sense too. So Azelf could be a standard size phone and Arceus could be a larger one, which leaves us with 2 new products left and a void in Generation 3. That could be something like Absol or Axelgor, being headphones, smartwatch, laptops, who knows. And all the code names start with A, probably because they are the first generation of each product category. So if there's an Ear 2 in the development, it could be called something like Blossom, something like that. That's my theory so far. I'd love to see your guesses down below. And thank you to Carl Pei and the Nothing team for making this interview happen.